This is the Sportsreel on the network service of NTA, Africa's largest television network. It's time for our discussion segment, but before then, let's go on this short break. We'll be right back. This is the Sportsreel on the network service of NTA, Africa's largest television network. It's our discussion segment, and I have with me powerful gentlemen from the world of powerlifting. I have with me in the studio that is going to tell us more about powerlifting in Nigeria. What has been our prowess, what has been our strength, what have been our achievements, and what are our losses and our gains. Right here in the studio with me is the Secretary Nigeria Powerlifting Federation, Ademola Aderoju. You are welcome to Sportsreel.
Thank you very much for
Likewise, I also have in the studio with me Kume Gerard. He's a board member and is the Director General Mass Limit Powerlifting Club, the first to be affiliated with the Nigeria Powerlifting Federation. Mr. Gerard, you're welcome to the program.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks for having me.
Okay, let me start from the Secretary. Powerlifting in Nigeria, where are we?
Powerlifting in Nigeria for now. In fact, we started powerlifting in Nigeria around the 1999, but we affiliated to the international body precisely 2001. That is International Powerlifting Federation. That is when we became member of the International Powerlifting Federation. And since we've become member, we've done a lot of local championship here in Nigeria. We went out to represent Nigeria in the international body here in Africa, Europe, America. We've gone far to represent Nigeria. Powerlifting itself is a game of strength, power, and endurance that has three disciplines. That is three programs. That is what makes up powerlifting. These are bench press, squatting, and deadlift. These three events mix up powerlifting, and you must score in each one before you can get your total. Total is, if you did not score at all in any one, that means you will not have total. We have three. You do the competition. We have it is 3 times. That is, we have first attempt, second attempt, and third attempt. These 3 times, it is applicable to the 3 events, like the squatting, the deadlift, and the bench. So in each one, when you are doing these 3, you must at least get once. If you don't get one, that means you are not going to get total. So out of the 3, if you can score 2, say you got 2, you lose 1, then you've got a total in the 3 events. Nigeria, the other time we host competition last in Nigeria was in 2018, before the COVID. It was national competition. We held it at the stadium, and we have about 10 states that represented their 10. We have 10 states that competed in that competition. Since that 2018, we've not done anything again. So that is what precipitates this competition we want to do now. The Mass Limit Club said they want to take the sport to the grassroots. That is the reason why they're coming up to come and sponsor this event. And it will be coming up on the 17th and 18th of this month at National Stadium at the Sport Hall.
Okay. All right, apart from this, what are other things you have been doing since inception of the federation to actually make the game more popular?
For example, it is only when you are into football that you are known. There are thousands and one of sports in Nigeria that still need recognition. These sports we are doing, we are only using it to help our children out of the streets. It is not everybody that will be a journalist, a doctor, or an engineer. There are some that their talent is on sports. How would they go about it? It is only when they have sponsors that they can grow. And it is not everybody that are doing sport will be a footballer, no, or basketballer. There are other sports. Powerlifting, for example, in Nigeria, there is no streets in Nigeria now, or let me say about, say, 20 to 25 states in Nigeria that will enter, at least if you count from 1, 2, 3 streets, you will see a local gym in that street where they are doing powerlifting. So it is good if we can have people that will encourage this game to grow. We've been trying our possible best. For your information, when we went for the first All-African Powerlifting Championship, that was in 2006, Egypt hosted the championship. We had visa for 3 officials and 8 athletes. But between me and you, when we cannot, after having the visas, when we cannot get the money for the ticket, it was just 2 officers that went and 4 athletes. Likewise, 2010, when we have International World Championship in South Africa, we had visas for 2 officials and 5 athletes, 5 powerlifters. As I speak with you, it's just 1 official and 2 athletes that went for that competition because we don't have money for the tickets.
What are you actually doing to actually grow the game, especially from the grassroots, younger generation?
Yeah, thank
like
you.
You mentioned those on the streets.
Yeah, thank you very much. Passion drives motive. When you have a vision, you must have passion for the vision. And it's the passion that drives the motive to realizing that vision, to making it, realistic, bringing it out to reality. It is the passion you have for the vision. That is exactly what is driving Mass Limit Powerlifting Club. The love Mass Limit Powerlifting Club has for powerlifting is what is making it take powerlifting to the grassroots. The major objective, we realize, like Mr. Olumebon said earlier, the popularity of football has made so many youth divert, not realizing their potentials in certain areas of sports. Some people are very rigid in stature. They can't play basketball, they can't play ball. But because of the popularity of those sports, they want to delve into it. So we are using this platform as an opportunity to create a window for timid Nigerian youth to be able to harness and use that opportunity to develop themselves in the area of powerlifting sports. Take the project to the grassroots and discover young talent, nurture them to become professionals.
Okay. So let me go back to the secretary, Ademola Aderoju. All these years, it seems we are not hearing more about powerlifting. Like, let me compare, like they call them the para powerlifting. Especially that their nickname, the Unstoppables. They did so much well, so much noise about them. So why is it not with the able?
Like I've said, the para itself is being handled by the government. Para is one of the games that are giving us medals. Mention any of the paras, be it powerlifting, para-athletics. Those are the people that gives Nigeria medal when it comes to Olympic or some international events. So the government are very, very particular about them. They stand with them. Apart from that, we have some other big companies that are sponsoring them.
Okay, don't you think if some of your athletes, I mean the able para-athletes, are also winning more medals for Nigeria, don't you think the government too will try to take them as their baby?
I told you that we've gone to international competition that we represented Nigeria. In fact, the African one we did 2006, Nigeria came second. We have about 10 countries in attendance. We came second best team, and that was the first time we are going out. We showed this. When we came back, we make noise about it now. 2010, we went to World Championship in South Africa. We also came third in that game. When we came back home, we make noise about it. Okay. And without government, there are people in Nigeria, there are philanthropies that can sponsor the games. There are big companies.
Let me go back to Kume now. So what is the way forward?
Supporting, the game of powerlifting at the grassroots level, discovering the young, youth on the street, taking them off the street. So we can't do this alone. Hence, it's an international sport. We need other corporate bodies to come in. Let's work together and make the sport more popular in Nigeria, not Nigeria alone, Africa and the world at large.
Is there anything like league, like this competition that is fast approaching now? What's the title of the championship? Okay. Is it a league?
We've got about 12 states that are coming to represent. Athletes from 12 states that are coming to compete in the competition. And we have some clubs too. At least about 6 clubs that are coming to with their athletes to come and partake in the competition. Okay,
so what will be the lots of those that will emerge winners in the various categories?
This first edition, those that will qualify, those that will make the
first
3 in each, those are the ones that will now introduce to the national body. Then from there, we'll take them up.
That has been our discussion segment on Sportsreel for today. I thank Mr. Ademola Aderoju, that is Secretary, Powerlifting Federation of Nigeria. Thank you for coming on Sportsreel.
Thank you very much.
I also want to thank Kume Gerard, is a board member and also the Director General, Mass Limit Powerlifting Club. Thank you for coming on Sportsreel.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you so much. We do appreciate you for coming.
Thank you.
Sportsreel will return after this time out, and don't you forget all those points raised by these 2 gentlemen in the studio. The corporate bodies must come into sports development, especially powerlifting, while the government is doing their own. The corporate sponsors and some other individuals that are well to do should also contribute their quota to national development. Sports has a capacity, has a power to actually develop Nigerian youth and bring them to the limelight and write Nigeria history on the world map. Sportsreel will return after this time out. Please stay tuned.
NTA Sports 24.